ladies and gentlemen, Scotty P here, and I'm joined today on the latest episode of the Panini podcast, Going Direct with Jeff.
Just Jeff. I don't have anything better than that at this point in time. Like Scotty P has a good
Scotty
ring
P's
to
got
it.
a flair, it's got a punch to it.
And then we run into a wall.
Yeah. I mean, I keep asking for help. I keep reaching out to the collector audience, and I'm getting nothing.
So sorry in advance, we didn't have an episode last week. I know you guys were probably depressed and definitely noticed that we didn't release an episode.
I'm not sorry. He's sorry.
But it was spring break, so we had a lot of stuff going on. Scotty was at home, working from home with the girls who were on spring break last week. Did y'all do anything spring breaky?
Nope.
Okay. What was did you ever do spring break in college?
No, I never did. And the reason is because I played baseball. I played baseball in high school and college. And we never got to go on spring break because we usually had baseball.
Oh, you guys are doing spring
I've
training.
never gone to spring break in my whole life.
It's not too late.
Okay.
I'll take you on a spring. So I went. We did spring break a couple of years. We did the trip to South Padre. Have you ever been to South Padre?
When I was really little.
Okay, well it's South Padre is one thing on
south.
Every other week of the year. Spring break it is wild. And being like an 18-year-old kid at Padre Island was quite an experience. I won't get into it because this is a family show, but I will tell you I was a changed man when I left South Padre.
The one thing I can attest to, like officing next to this guy for like now a little bit.
2 months.
This guy's a wild man.
I mean,
Like, people think that I'm the wild guy and I'm the crazy guy, but dude, this guy, you can just tell by.
I mean, look at this outfit.
I was about to say,
this
he
collar
brought it
says
up.
wild
I
man.
wasn't even. I was about to make fun of it, but he made fun of it first. So.
Scotty likes to say I dress like his parole officer, which is my favorite joke in the office.
It is. He does. He does. I mean, look at it. He's very nice, but he's got like a skull bunny on his shirt.
It is.
So
It's yeah.
At least that redeems it a little bit. I guess.
Yeah, it's sneaky punk rock, but you got to look close, or else you think I'm just somebody that works in finance.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling
Or parole officer.
I'm telling you, you can go through the list of all the progressive commercials where it's like you're turning into your parents, and this cat lives up to every single one of them. My favorite was we go on our first trip, and he has his boarding pass printed out, and I go, boarding pass printed out, and we're off to a horrible start here.
I walked right into the joke, and
I know.
and I'm gonna own it though. I'm very OCD, and I do things like print my boarding pass, even though I also have it saved on my wallet on my iPhone. It's just redundancy, and I'm sorry you've been stuck with this.
That's okay.
At least
I don't even know what redundancy means, but hey, I'm stuck with it according to what he said.
Well, so something wasn't redundant, is my weakest segue maybe ever, was this crazy week we have had last week and this week in the hobby.
Yes.
Like, it's been nuts. We had Drake opening Panini products and putting it on social media. Like, how did you find out about the Drake stuff?
You text me?
Well, that makes sense. That's a good way to find
I
out.
don't follow Drake, so hey, Drake, shout out. But
Yeah.
no,
I mean, Drake watches the show.
I'm sure he does. I mean, who doesn't watch the Panini podcast?
It's a good point. All the big time rappers.
All the big time rappers do. But I mean, yeah, it was exciting. You know, the hobby was a buzz, but it was also a buzz because we had a lot of product coming out.
We did.
But we also had a product that everybody's been waiting for, which is UFC Prism.
Yes. So it came out today, and we have some here. I'm really excited because I'm a big UFC fan and big fan of Prism. But then we also have this.
Yes, and
Product.
the long-awaited wait for Fortnite is what is everybody.
Series 3.
I probably get more emails going, when is this going to come out, than any other product we make, and it's finally here. I know people are excited about it, and I am, because it's Fortnite.
I am told that Fortnite released on Wednesday. I was told what we had in the Panini store sold out in 3 minutes. I don't know if that's an exaggeration. I was told 3 minutes. It's pretty awesome. I've never opened Fortnite. I had some of the cards just to look at before I did a blog post on it, but I'm interested in opening that up.
Yeah, we'll open a couple packs.
Cool,
just
cool.
to show people what they look like. So hang on to that for that. Just
You think
because
we'll hit an autograph?
I want to see what they look like.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's autographs in there.
I mean, I hope so. That'd be interesting.
I mean, you wrote the product preview.
I know. There are no autographs that I'm aware of. But if we pull something, it'll be a surprise for both of us.
That would be cool, yeah.
So I have a guest on the episode, Hofer's Hot Seat, that is related to the flawless basketball stuff. He's on the brand team. Chris Barr is coming in to talk to us about that. So
shout out to Vegas Puck.
Vegas Puck?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's his Twitter handle.
Oh, is it really? I didn't. Gosh, he's always a couple steps ahead of me.
Always.
Shout out Vegas Puck. And so let's see what else. And then we're going to be opening these two products after the interview. So make sure to hang in there. Release schedule. Almost forgot. We got to talk about release schedule. Yeah. So Fortnite and 2022 UFC Prism hobby releasing this week. Obviously, next week we have 2021 Prism Draft Picks Basketball, first off the line going out next week. And then we have 2021 Clearly Donruss Football releasing. And finally, I'm excited about this one because it's a brand new product for ours. It is the first off the line release of 2022 Prism WWE.
Yes. The hobby version releases the week after.
Exactly.
Fingers crossed.
Exactly. And we're coming up on WrestleMania, so this is all, we got a lot of wrestling going on, man.
Yeah.
I've been wrestling with how to talk about it.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. I'm pretty excited. Anytime we get a new license and a new launch, I'm always excited about it, and especially Prism, which is hot. But don't forget, we're going to be at the Mint Collective this week.
Boom. Yeah, talk about that.
We're going to have all sorts of stuff going on. We're going to have a big booth. We're going to be giving out NFTs to the first 5,000 people that show up. We also have some UFC white sparkle packs that were never released that we saved just for this event.
Sweet.
That we're going to give out at one of the UFC events. So we're pretty excited, man. It's going to be a fun event.
Very cool.
So come see us.
Yes. Stop by the Panini booth, ask for Scotty P, or don't ask for Scotty P. Would you rather they search you out or leave you alone?
I'm there, man. I'm there. Come see me. That's why I'm going, right? To see y'all.
Exactly.
And I'll be there.
Exactly. I will not. I'm going to spring training this weekend, but I will be there in spirit for sure. So yeah, man, let's kick it over to the Chris Barr interview, and then we'll come back and open.
Hot seat.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm here with our interview guest of the episode. This is Chris Barr. Chris Barr is the product development brand manager in basketball, but you are also the digital director for NFL Blitz and NBA Dunk apps.
Yes,
Did
sir.
I get that all right?
Yeah, I think that's a handful.
Yeah, that is a serious title. So how long have you been at Panini, Chris?
Let's see, this April it'll be 10 years, I believe.
No, a full decade.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's been a wonderful experience. It's crazy how fast it's gone by. But it's been a blast since day one to today. So.
Have you always been in basketball, or did you jump around a little bit?
When I was originally brought on, it was for hockey. Back when we had the NHL license, and I was the hockey brand manager for a few years.
I didn't know that.
And then, of course, we lost the NHL license, so I was fortunate enough to stay on board, and they moved me to the NFL. So I worked on NFL football brands for a few years, and then we got around to the digital age of trading cards and digital apps. And we introduced the NFL, I think it was Gridiron at the time, and then NBA Dunk. And I was asked if I wanted to, take the lead on those, and I jumped all over that opportunity. And then after doing the digital for a few years, they asked if I'd be interested in making cards again. And the way the hobby's been blowing up, how do you not get back on the physical side?
Of course. Well, being a new guy, I've really noticed something, a reoccurring theme around here, which speaks volumes for Panini, is all of the people that have been here for like a decade or even longer. A lot of people, like Scotty's been here, for 2 decades essentially, since it was Donruss. And I really feel like that speaks very well for the company, that people, this day and age, it's hard to find somebody that's been in a company longer than 5 years, much less, a full decade. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I still feel like one of the newer guys because there were so many guys here before me that are still here. You know, David and Tim, Keith, all those guys are still with us. So I still feel like one of the younger ones.
So talk to me about being a product development brand manager for basketball. Like, what does that entail?
Well, we have a team of a few brand managers. There's Keith Hauer with me, Brandon Kennedy, he's our newest brand manager, Lucas Kinzer, he's one of our brand managers as well. We're basically the architects for the programs. We kind of look at the content that's going to go in it, how many packs, how many boxes, how many cases, the different inserts we do, the autograph content, the checklists.
That sounds like so much fun.
It's the full life cycle, product development life cycle of the program. I mean, it's all the way from the whiteboarding where we, just kind of analyze what we want to do with the program, all the way down to where we physically go out and pack out the product, and see the cards that we've been working on for 6-7 months actually printed.
That must be so rewarding to see a product like that go off into the world and be consumed by collectors after you spent so much time working on it.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the biggest highlights of being here is, you have ideas, or, your group gets together and you come up with different ideas or how you want to see cards built, because, pretty much all of us, we're all big card collectors.
You were? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Well.
So, then you've come up with these ideas, you plan it out, and then when you see them printed, all the way until they start opening packs and see the cards come out of the packs, it's a wonderful experience.
Talk to us about the digital side of things. You are the digital director for NFL Blitz and NBA Dunk apps. How did you get started with that? And maybe for people that aren't as familiar with that, you can give us kind of a general.
Yeah, so we have a couple of digital trading card apps. The NBA Dunk, which features our NBA basketball cards, and then the NFL Blitz, which has, of course, our NFL cards. It kind of gives an opportunity for collectors to collect in a different way. We know the kids love it because, we give out free coins daily on the app just for logging in. You don't have to carry around boxes of cards everywhere. All the cards you open in your packs are on your digital device, your iPad, iPhone, or Droid.
Making moms everywhere happy that they don't have to deal with the card disaster.
Definitely, and we feature a lot of the same products we do physical brands. Like we'll do Donruss, we do 1-in-1, we do Flawless, we do National Treasures. It's kind of an alternative of, maybe not everybody can find the cards at their local card shop or even their, the retail outlets, but you can download the app and that store is open 24/7. It's kind of got the same odds of pulling an insert card or a rookie card.
I love it.
So yeah, it's been great. It started off a little shaky maybe the first year where people were getting used to this digital thing, but now that we have blockchain and, digital's becoming a mainstream, it's, the apps have kind of blown up in the past couple of years.
Are you an NFT guy?
I'm more an NFL guy, but
Same here.
But I understand the craze. I understand the buzz. It's just been fun to watch how all that goes on.
Well, speaking about buzz, I wanted to have you on to talk about all the buzz about the latest Flawless basketball product. We've got one of the briefcases here. Unfortunately, this one's already open, so we won't be doing a break of this product, but I wanted to have it here just so, and if you haven't seen one of these briefcases, this is kind of what it looks like. So you were on the team that came up with the latest Flawless product from last year. What is it like seeing a product you were on a team that created this product and now everybody's talking about it?
It's been crazy. I mean, you always hope a product does well, right?
Sure.
When you work on it. And Flawless has been a mainstream program since 12, 13. And you've seen it just evolve over the years, and new things are added and tried. We've gotten different superstars in the set, and I remember when we did 1920 Flawless, we had Zion, Jaw.
Oh yeah.
It was hard to believe anything was going to surpass the buzz of that, but but what we've seen this year, we made a few tweaks to the program, and it's just it's just crazy where the level it's gone to right now.
It's nuts, and a couple weekends ago, I got a text on my phone, and it was a screenshot Drake, the singer Drake, had a stack of like 15 briefcases. He was doing a break looking for a very particular triple logo man that is in the release somewhere. And I mean, when you first heard about that, what did you think?
Yeah, it was it was shocking. I mean, I've heard of players collecting their cards. I mean, parents, and of course we have our a lot of big high-end collectors. But it's just incredible how it's just blown up in the past couple of years, and now you've got one of the top rappers in the industry who's like opening cards that we put together. It was kind of at first it was shocking, and then you're kind of just in awe, and it's like does it happen? Is it really going on? And then you're just really humbled by the whole thing.
Now, are you shocked that of all the products we do, like Flawless was the one, or are you thinking if one of our products is going to go viral, like Flawless probably has as good a shot as any?
I mean, you always hope that all your products are going to do good.
Sure,
I mean, of course, the NT, we know the buzz around the NT, the autograph patches, and the other brands we do with Immaculate. Immaculate's always a big popular one for basketball. You basically just hope that that people, when you do a high-end product like Flawless, that we just hope that people are going to enjoy it and find the things that they're hoping to get. I guess it's got we have the autographs of the big players in there. We've got the memorabilia. We're just hoping there's something that people are going to be driven to find, and it seems like we found something this year that pulled guys in like Drake.
Yes, yeah. Well, so I was telling you before we started rolling, I have very fond memories of Flawless because early on in my show, Pack Geek, it was one of the first products that Tracy Hackler brought onto the show, and I was just blown away because here he's got this like James Bond briefcase, and it's full of high-end sports cards. Like I grew up in collecting in the '80s where you have a lot of base cards coming out of the packs, like if not all base cards. And so I was having a hard time wrapping my head around the idea that every card was a hit, and every card was like low numbered hit. It wasn't just your average hit. So but I love the jewel cards, and there's one of the jewel cards in here that I wanted to show. But tell me about the jewel cards and how that kind of came about.
I think when the brand was originally when the brand was originally introduced in 12-13, I think we did it. They were looking for something that a high-end brand. It was going to be the top of the line. It was more of an experience than just open the box. It was like the whole presentation was there, and it was suggested that we used these diamonds as part of the set. And were you
like, how can we make this as high profile as possible? Put a diamond on the card.
I think everybody's initial thought was, what's our budget? To do that many diamond cards and making sure you got one in every pack, because I mean that was unheard of back in the time. Like every card was going to be autographed or would have a piece of game worn memorabilia. So it was definitely a challenge when the guys did the first one. So
well, that's also, I'm glad you mentioned that. One of the big draws for Flawless is game worn, game used materials. Yeah. So in a day where everybody they're always looking for the game worn stuff, that obviously commands a premium. You get everything in Flawless. Like it doesn't surprise me that there's a lot of people chasing this. But it's such a fun product. So what is the typical breakdown for cards? Is it 10 cards?
Yeah, I think it's 10 cards. You're guaranteed one gem card. Okay. And then you have your other slab card. Now, we changed Flawless this year. We tweaked it up a little. Before, the other slab card used to always be an autograph card. Okay. But I think we were doing the pack out last year, and we just saw just so many amazing cards that are in Flawless, like just the regular logo man, dual logo man, championship tags. Yeah. And we thought, maybe we should take some of those big key cards and we'll slab those also.
So were they typically in the box?
They previously, a lot of those were inside the box. Okay, but we tweaked it up a little bit this year and made sure that we tried to make sure that the best card was going to be your slab card in the box. And then what additionally that helped us do was we were able to spread value inside the box, because So there may have been a player who was, he was good, but he might have been a fringe type player that we used to slab. Now we could put all those inside the box and add more value on the inner box.
Got it. So I'm so curious to know about the triple Logo Man set, because that's really spawned all the buzz, and then it kind of it was a beautiful coincidence, but talking about triple Logo Man led to people just being interested in all the cards in the set. So, but the triple Logo Man set or series by itself, talk to me about that.
Well, after the product, as soon as the product was out the door last year, 1920, we start looking at what can we do to make the product a little better. We made a few tweaks to Flawless this year. We added a new dual gem set, the Flawless picks, which we paired up guys who are drafted the same number. So we've got like a LaMelo with Luka. We've got we've got Tim Duncan with LeBron. We have I think Anthony Edwards with Zion. So that was a new insert set. We added a couple of new autograph sets. And then we threw out the idea of doing a triple Logo Man, because I can't recall the last time I think we've done 6 ways as a booklet in Opulence, and maybe it might be as the 12-13 or 13-14 Immaculate. I think might have had triple Logo Man, or the same thing with booklet was 6. So we all discussed it, and we thought it'd be a good idea to add the triple Logo into this, and then we got into the checklist, and we kind of wanted to go into the whole, do as many different options as we could. We'll do all of one team. Let's put all the popular players on one, and then maybe we take one where a guy who's been on multiple teams.
Yeah.
So
a Logo Man from each of the teams you've been on.
So we found some great candidates for that. We did the with Golden State Warriors for the team one. So that was one of our teammates suggested that one, which is great. That's got Curry, Draymond, and Clay on it. Then, of course, we had to put rookies on it, so we did one with the Rookie of the Year candidates. That was LaMelo, Edwards, and Tyrese Halliburton.
Right.
And then we had one of the past 3, I think, MVPs. So that was Giannis, Curry, and Durant. And then we picked one.
I think that one's been pulled.
Yeah,
I believe it.
I think that was pulled recently. Yeah. And then we had one of just the top, the most talked about players in the past couple of years, that biggest rookie years kind of thing, and that would end up being Zion, Luka, and Tatum.
Wow.
And then the final one, we came around to using LeBron, since he's been on, with the Heat, the Cavs, and the Lakers, and that was the other one.
That was the one that Drake was going for, and that there's been a bunch of talk about. I think that card came out, and immediately somebody put a bounty on it, and it was like $1 million, I believe, or maybe more at this point in time. But it's crazy because, obviously Drake is doing like big multi-box breaks. And then I believe Jared Blez and Leighton Sports Cards were also teaming up to do another big break. And I mean, it's wild to see everybody going on this treasure hunt. Yeah. And it's all for a product that you had a big part in creating.
Yeah, all of us had our input in this program, and it's just insane that they're going all out. And it's not like LeBron's not the only card in the program. Right. There are huge hits in this. You've got like LaMelo Ball's autographed Logo Man. You've got we've got some unique dual Logo Men in there, and it's just you were hoping the product was going to do well, but we just never thought there'd be bounties in seven-figure bounties for a card, or we're glad it's doing well, but at the same time, you want to make sure every box that someone opens, they're getting value out of it.
Sure.
So it's kind of borderline scary almost, because the higher the box prices get, they originally weren't built as $20,000 boxes.
Right.
So, but as long as the secondary market keeps supporting the values of the singles, and then that's great all around for the hobby.
So of all of the monster hits in this release, what is the one that you would love to have in your collection the most? and let's take LeBron out of the equation.
Yeah. I mean, well, I'm more of a PC, a personal collector. So I mean, I'm a Spurs fan. So I remember when we were doing the hand packing. I saw a couple of the I'm big on Devin Vessel, so I think his logo man autograph would have been one I would have liked to pull. But there's also some great David because I was a former military guy. David Robinson was my
Admiral.
the Admiral was my idol growing up. So I got a kick out of seeing a bunch of his cards in the program too.
Very cool. I love that. So at this point, do we consider Flawless like the tip of the spear for our products? Because I know NT is really up there too, and I mean it's kind of like. It seems like those kind of flip-flop to see who's, more sought after.
I mean, I guess it depends on what you're collecting or what your personal preference is. Of course, Flawless, NT, Immaculate, they're all beasts.
Yeah, Immaculate's up
there.
there.
Yeah, they're all beasts in their in their own nature. But then there's people that just love Prism, like Prism basketball.
I'm one of them.
Yeah, there's the chase for the golds, the blacks, and the tiger stripes and everything like that. I mean, you might consider Flawless just the cream of the crop just because of the price point of it.
Sure.
There's always going to be guys who will be loyal to a brand they love to collect, and which is great. Which just us making all these different brands and all these different products, we're trying to cater to everybody. So the high end, the lower end, the middle ground. So it's great.
Who came up with the briefcase idea? I love that.
I'm not sure who originally did that back in 2012, but I know the reason for it was because when you're spending that much at a box, and we say that much, I think the SRP might have been $1,500 or $2,000 a case
back
then.
2012.
It was just because it was for an experience. It was just that feeling.
Sure.
It's kind of like with NT when you open an NT box and you get that wood crack and it kind of sends chills up your back.
It's got a little smell to it. I love that very unique smell.
So you're not just you're not just paying that amount for the cards. The card itself. It's like you've got this collector briefcase. You've got the experience of popping it. You've got your little key.
Sure.
So I mean, I think it was a brilliant presentation and just selling the whole experience of opening a Flawless briefcase.
I can see during the pitch meeting somebody presenting that idea, and it just be like the record stopped, and you're just blowing minds with that idea, and here we are today, and we've got briefcases for every box. It's amazing. I know, or at least I believe, that Flawless has a very unique pack-out process. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah. So basically, when we get around to a Flawless, we hand pack this one. So we actually look at all the cards that are going to be in the program, and the basic reason for that is to make sure we're spreading out the value. Because unlike programs like say Prism or Illusions or something else where it's all fed through machines and and put in the box the way we collate it. This one, we try to make sure that the value is spread out. That there's not one box that has 10 one-on-ones by accident, or if you've got a one-color patch, because it happens. You can get one-color patches. Maybe your other patch might be a nice 5-color or something like that. So that's the main reason we want to do it. Make sure we're not duplicating players in a box.
Sure.
Make sure we're not. We try to make sure we're not duplicating teams in a box too much, because we know there's a lot of group breakers and how they break by team and things like that. So, but number one overall, it's just to make sure we're spreading out enough value around the product, because we want to make sure nobody gets burned on a product that expensive. That every box you buy, you're getting something solid in it.
That's a perfect segue to my next question. So we touched on the crazy prices in the secondary market. How does the team behind this go about making sure we're putting enough value into these briefcases to justify, like, obviously we can't control what the secondary market prices are, but even the starting prices through us are pretty healthy.
I mean, all we can do is, when we initially build the program and we have our autograph memorabilia checklist, is just try to make sure we're spreading that value out and make sure everybody's getting as the best value possible from a box. I mean, who would have thought the 12, 13 Prism boxes were going for 15,000? I mean, when we were collating 12, 13 products, we weren't thinking, you know what? Let's make sure there's enough value to handle if somebody ever pays 15,000.
Yeah, this is going to be the price of a Honda someday,
exactly.
You know?
I mean, and it's, especially with Flawless, when we're building boxes, we're not going, you know, well, this may go for 50,000 in a couple months, so let's make sure we throw in a bunch of stuff. No, it's you build. That build was the same from day one till the end, and all you're trying to do is make sure that you're spreading out that value in every single box.
What would you say is your favorite aspect of Flawless basketball?
Oh, I don't. It's kind of hard to nail just one. It's just.
What are some
everything.
of your favorite aspects?
I mean, I think number one, first and foremost, is that everything's game worn, right? So I mean, that's one draw to Flawless. Every piece of memorabilia in there has been worn in a game. It's at some point. Everything's on card, so that means the players actually held the card, signed the card, and.
Up close and personal.
Up close and personal with each and every one, and it's just you kind of have a different respect for it because just the challenge of putting this together, like a lot of the things the collectors don't see behind the scenes of us scrambling to get all these players back because we have no redemptions in Flawless. That might be the top thing that I like about it. It's redemption free. So, just making sure we have enough cards. We've got a great acquisitions team that's hammering on the players. Get your Flawless cards back to us because we have to get this packed out. Sometimes they all come, the good ones come in. Sometimes, they miss the cutoff, but we'll use them again down the road. But it's just the challenge of putting together a brand like that. It takes a toll on all of us in there.
I would imagine that was one thing that I get asked fairly often. Like, what are some of the things that have surprised you coming from being a collector to working at Panini? And truly, I have a brand new respect for every product that we put out because I see what all goes into this that the average collector either doesn't know or doesn't consider, and it's a lot, especially for a product like this. It is a marathon to try to get these boxes together, and this is why that is one of the many reasons why these are so crazy popular on the market right now. But so what? In addition to Flawless, obviously you handle other products. What are some other products you have that you've been working on that we have to look forward to?
Well, we're usually working probably about 8 or 9 different products at a time.
Oh my gosh.
Right now we've got, I think Contenders is up on deck. We've
Contenders basketball?
This year's Contenders basketball,
Okay.
21-22. We had a little delay, but that's because we're trying to get those on-card autographs back in. The good news is we've got pretty much all the big names are going to be live.
Kidding.
We've got Cade Cunningham's live, Jalen Green, Josh Giddey, Wagner, Evan Mobley. They're all live.
Nice.
I think we might be waiting on a couple stragglers. Hopefully they get in before we pack it out soon, but that's on deck. Then we've got Revolution, which is a popular brand every year with a different pattern foil board. That'll be out soon after. And then we've got Court Kings, which is always popular. I love Court Kings too.
It's so cool. So I didn't realize you work on Court Kings, but that's one of my favorite products. Just the art alone is enough to make you just love it. But I just think it's such an interesting product.
Yeah, the design guys do a great job every year with those different rookie levels and differentiating it. And then some of the inserts in it are just some of the best looking. Some of those case set inserts are amazing.
So I have to ask you, because I ask everyone that I have 5 minutes with from the company, I have to ask your opinion on the whereabouts of the 2018 Prism Black Luka Doncic.
Oh, you mean this one?
Yes.
No, I'm kidding.
Nothing on this show would make me happier than if he just.
I mean.
Do you have a theory? Do you think it's in a warehouse somewhere, in an open case? Do you think it's in a private collection that?
I think it's completely possible because that's about right when the hobby just blew up, right?
Exactly.
Because during that 2018-19 season, you could find Prism and Optic at your retail outlets or at your hobby shop. Then, as those guys got hot, Luke and Trey, it started drying up. I mean, I would suspect that there's probably somebody with maybe it's in an FOTL case somewhere.
Did you work on that product?
No, I
You
was
didn't? Okay.
actually I came on to basketball later that year. I think Optic or Select was one of the first ones I worked on.
Got it. So it could be in hobby or FOTL boxes, right?
Yeah, I mean the way the collation was, based on how how Prism was worked on this year. I think those drop. Those can drop in any of the boxes, either hobby or FOTL. Those golds, blacks, and black golds. So it could just as easily be in an FOTL box or a hobby box. I guess the odds are maybe a hobby box because we do more of those than the FOTL. But who knows? I mean, and plus so many people are just sitting on those boxes just because the values just keep going up. So. I don't know, but I'm always watching breaks online, whether, because there's always somebody open 1819, just want to see if that one gets pulled that day. So.
Oh my gosh, it is, and I pitched this idea on the show before, hopefully no one steals it from me, trademark. I think a show where somebody's just trying to hunt that particular card would be so fun to watch. Obviously, it'd be expensive.
Well, we could talk to Drake, I guess.
Yeah, we should talk. Do you? We'll talk about this after the show. But yeah, so I'm obsessed with that particular card, and I like to think that it's still in an unopened box somewhere, and someone's unaware of it. My biggest fear is that it got opened and somehow somebody didn't realize how substantial of a card that was, and it got put away in somebody's common box, or maybe they weren't a fan of Luka. I don't know, but I'd like to think it's still tucked away in a warehouse somewhere.
I guess we're gonna have to go buy some boxes.
we need to shred some of that. Well, Chris, I really appreciate you coming on, man.
Thank you for having me.
This was a pleasure.
Yes.
I love Flawless, and congratulations to your whole team on the success of this particular Flawless basketball release, and I'm excited to see if anybody pulls this card, because it's wild.
I heard there's some big break going on this weekend during the Mint show, so I might have to watch it. I mean, I just hope they pull some amazing stuff. There's plenty of stuff to go around, so even if you don't hit that triple logo, man, hopefully you get something else that's just as exciting.
Tons more in there. You can just give me all your Luka and Trey cards if you decide you're only looking for triple logo mans. All right, Chris, thanks again, man. I appreciate it, and we'll have to do this again soon.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
All right. Oh, that was awesome. That was good, man. Chris is good, very knowledgeable, and I am obsessed with Flawless basketball.
Yeah, and the seat's still hot because the Hofer hot seat, man. I've been on the Hofer hot seat once.
You have? You knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, it wasn't hot. Not with me.
Yeah, it was cool. Cool seat.
I was good. But man, here we are. The segment that everybody likes to watch, which is Unwrapped. Now, we got UFC Prism, which we're going to open. We're going to split it, and we're each going to open some packs of it. But I didn't want to breeze past Fortnite.
Let's start with Fortnite.
Because Fortnite is such a fun product. This is our third release. So much goes into this to get all the product done. I just wanted to open a few packs to show people.
Don't sleep on Fortnite either, because it has a wild fan base. Obviously, the video game is crazy popular. Everybody's talking about their kid spends all their time in the evenings playing Fortnite, and the cards are the collectible element that goes along with that.
You know what we should do on the Hofer hot seat is get the person that worked on Fortnite on here.
Let's do that. I'll do that. Yeah, it's
Hofer hot
right?
seat.
I think we should.
I mean, their characters are cool. If you play the game, or at least you're somewhat familiar with the game.
Oh,
you can see, who some of the famous characters are.
So there's glossy. There's kind of like a hollow version of the base cards, and these are very glossy. These are nice.
Here's a weapon card. Which I'm gonna tell you right now, I would love to hit somebody with a cactus club at some point. I don't know who. But that just looks cool.
This is like a rainbow-colored assault rifle.
I know, right?
It says Happy Stars on the other side. And Glitter Blaster. This is the Glitter Blaster.
The Glitter Blaster.
That is such a video game weapon name.
This is Dream Flower. It's an epic.
Got a very Woodstock vibe.
I know, right? And then here's, Ho Ho Ho.
Ho Ho Hofer.
Ho Ho Ho. There you go. Ho Ho Hofer. Maybe that's
Is that the name?
I'm going to put that right by the Ho Ho Hofer right there.
Wait, let me see this. All right.
This has got a very Eminem vibe.
It does.
Right there.
8 Mile.
Like 8 Mile.
That guy is
His name
freestyling.
is Chill Out, by the way.
This
So
is
on the back they do tell you like what the character is. Like this one this is an uncommon outfit, but like, you know, they each say, oh, here's
I like this one. This is
a rare harvesting tool. I mean, that one is too. They're double-sided. The weapons are double-sided.
That's a hit. This is Mystify is her name, and this is a rare outfit she's wearing. So I need to figure out like how you collect these, because I guess there's just maybe variations on the characters.
Yeah. Well, I have an idea.
Cool.
How about next week on the Hofer Hot Seat, you get the guy who helped design this product?
Now you set me up. I will try to do that.
He's tough. He's a tough guy to track down. He really is. He doesn't do
I'm going to tell him I know Scotty P.
He doesn't do very many interviews, but he is a very world famous and world renowned gamer, by the way.
Is that right?
Yes, he is.
I didn't know that. Okay, cool. Well,
there.
Good idea. Good idea. Okay.
We just wanted to tease Fortnite, but we'll do more on Fortnite. Stay tuned. But let's move on to UFC Prism, man.
So, I had the pleasure of looking at some of these pack-hold cards before I wrote a blog.
Ooh, I was gonna say it right there. 2 autographs.
They are dynamite. Like, it may be, and this is a bold statement, it may be the best Prism release from any sport yet. So just from design, and it's just a lot of cool parallels.
You get 6, I get 6.
All right.
All right. This right here was really interesting too, because I hadn't seen, I don't know if this is exclusive to Prism, but it says new Hyper Ice and Ruby Wave parallels.
That is new to Prism UFC.
So check for those.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going in.
Good luck, sir. May the golds be with you.
Now, this is maybe my favorite fighter of all time, Chuck Liddell.
Yeah, dude.
Love me some Chuck. Iceman.
So, Hamzat Chimaev, which I'm sorry, I apologize to this gentleman. I just butchered his name, but he is a really good fighter. I think he's undefeated. He's a stud.
So I pulled the first auto in the first pack of mine, but you're going to have to help me on this one.
Okay.
But here he is right there. His name is Benil
Dariush.
Dariush.
Yep. Yeah.
He is a fighter, man.
Dude, you know
he's a lightweight.
I got a blue parallel, which I really like. The blues, I don't know, something about that blue is really nice.
And then I pulled an insert, which I love. They've been doing it in some of the other sports, which is that they'll throw back to the original Prism.
Yes, from 2012.
GSP.
So I got Cub Swanson. This is a silver. And there are like two parallels. I want to say that the packs average 2 different parallels in there. So you're pulling a lot of prisms. I want to say there's 22.
Chuck Liddell.
22 prism parallels in a box on average.
I love that.
Got another Chuck Liddell.
I got a fireworks. And I believe that's a prism too. Yep. Nice.
So, Jan Blachowicz. That is a red, I think, is that, yeah, the red prism.
The red prism. Ooh. All right, I pulled a green. This one is numbered to 49.
Ooh, shout out to
Bryce Mitchell.
Nice, Thug Nasty. So Kevin Holland, a DFW fighter who's been doing really well.
Okay.
Rose Namajunas.
Pink parallel. Another GSP. I'm all about the GSP. Yeah.
You did, man. You're pulling tons of GSP.
I know. I like GSP. Him and Chuck, man. I like the old school guys.
Me too. Oh, sweet. Okay, so this is Thiago Moises out of 8. I want to say this is the Octagon parallel. I believe that's...
Nice. Yep. That's cool.
So yeah, it is cool. It's got a little octagon design on there, appropriately so.
There's a bonus machines. Machines.
Joanna Jędrzejczyk is one of my favorite female fighters. It's a red. Oh, that is. I'm sorry. That is. Yeah, that is the red. The one I pulled earlier, I think, is the Ruby Wave. It is not numbered. This one's numbered to 299.
Here's another red. Here's Max Holloway.
So the
There's a
big
number to 299.
The big rookie in this release is Paddy Pimblett, who just had his second win recently.
Silver Khabib.
So we might have an appearance from Paddy. Oh, wow. So purple Brock Lesnar. Look at that monster.
I know.
That
right?
dude is. And that's out of 149, the purple Prism is.
Purple.
Oh, I got another one of the throwbacks. So Dustin Poirier throwback. Daniel Cormier.
Pulled a blue here out of 199.
Isn't the blue nice? Man, that is
Riddell.
I love that.
Those are nice. I like the blue. And then I pulled another red. One thing I noticed that in the original Prism, I don't think everybody had rookie tags on them. I think this year,
Nate Diaz.
this Prism, all the rookies are tagged.
I think this is the Ruby Wave, I believe, which is one of the new parallels this year.
The fireworks. Oh my.
Yeah, the fireworks insert is nice.
Yeah, it works real well with UFC.
It does. Yeah, you're right. All right, last pack. You're all done?
I'm done. And you hadn't got an auto, have you? So that's your.
I have not.
Hopefully it's.
Well, I
the
did.
Last
I got
pack
a
was-
redemption. So we
Oh,
did.
yeah?
We got our 2 autos. Yeah. Oh, another Nate Diaz parallel. Oh man, this is nice. That is really nice.
199.
Oh, 149, I think, for the
149?
blue. Is that right? No, you're right. 199.
199?
Yeah. One of the other, maybe it's the purple that's 149. So we got those 2. And then Uriah Hall. This is the Hyper Prism, I think. Nice. And did you get a Patty over there by chance?
Nope.
Any of that? No, darn it. Ooh, Cowboy Cerrone. We'll show that as our closing card. Gotta love Cowboy. Cool.
Very
That
cool.
was fun, man. I love 2022 Prism UFC. I'm a big fan of this. Lots of hits. It feels like you get a lot of value for a box, like 22 Prism parallels in there on average, I want to say. So
Yeah.
awesome. And those throwbacks are really cool
Yeah,
too.
I like the throwbacks. Yeah. Cool.
All right. Well, I guess that's it.
That was it, man.
We'll wrap up Unwrapped. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Make sure to, if you're in Vegas at the Mint, swing by the booth, say hi to Scotty, and look for your NFT. All right, see you guys.